I was so excited to support a female presidential candidate. I hadn't been involved that much in campaigning before then, but this time I was convinced that I was doing it all. I had the yard signs, the stickers, the car magnets. So when the results rolled in on November 9th, I was devastated. And I felt partially responsible, like I hadn't done enough. I wanted to do something, but I had no idea where to start or how someone like me could make a meaningful impact. I realized I needed to shift my focus. Until then, I'd only concentrated my interest on the big headline elections, the presidential ones. And I never had been involved locally. But after this election, it hit me. The local leaders are the pipeline to those statewide and federal offices. So regardless of how you vote, if you don't feel like your local leaders are representing you and your values, of course the statewide and federal leaders aren't. But there was one big problem. I knew next to nothing about local politics. My family lives in Powell. A year and a half ago, I didn't know the names of the city council members, township trustees, or any other local elected leaders, and I knew nothing about my state representative and senator. But I decided my lack of understanding couldn't be an excuse any longer, and it was time to educate myself. So first up, I decided I needed to find other people who shared my frustration and curiosity. I decided to host an event, posted it all over Facebook thinking, okay, people like me, let's get together and take action. At that first meeting, just a couple of days after the election, we had 25 people there. In those days, I had been feeling this incredible sadness and isolation in my community. But connecting with these other like-minded people brought togetherness. It invigorated me. So our Facebook group now has over 250 people. We have Democrats and Republicans, and we're not there to socialize. From the very beginning, I said, I'm thrilled to know you people, but what can we do? How can we act? We have doctors, moms, teachers, attorneys, men and women. We meet in person every few months, but we interact online a lot. And at first, we focused on educating ourselves. We invited speakers to talk about topics that we needed to know more about. We created a safe space to ask questions and have discussions because we had such a variety of beliefs. And then we took action. We figured out what skills each of us brought to the table. We wrote notes to our community leaders. I created this spreadsheet of local offices, who was in them, and when they were up for election. Several of us joined campaigns, and I became an election worker. And because of having a job and having small children, I can't do a lot of stuff during the day, but I could tackle a lot of these small tasks at night after I put my kids to bed. And those small tasks really added up. And finally, we supported women running for office. And I'm so proud to say our little group has had several women run for office. A couple of them won their primaries last week. And trust me, when we have more women in office, we're going to get things done like they've never been done before. Before November 2016, I thought, I'm a working mom. I don't have time to get involved in politics. I have to be with my family. But now that's flipped. Because of my family, I'm motivated to make change in my community. My daughter deserves to grow up in a world where she feels equal, respected, and protected, just like my son. And she's here tonight. And I'll be honest, in the beginning, I felt like I had no idea what I was doing, no idea if I could even do it. I never considered myself an activist, but I acted. I never considered myself an organizer, but I organized. I didn't know where to begin, so I began with the things I knew, and I tried to learn about the things I didn't. And I realized I can make a difference, and I'm not alone. When like-minded people band together, we can do amazing things.